when you want to create your reality, then you have to have conscious thoughts. And you have to have the type of thoughts that lead you to where you want to be. Coach Chris coming at you today with another video. Today I just want to do a short video on manifesting and the power of the mind. Now I know this is something everybody believes in, but if you do believe in this, then you might find this information useful. It's said that we create our reality with our thoughts. So that means that whatever we're thinking is affecting what we're experiencing in our reality. Now, there's basically two basic concepts, not concepts, but two basic aspects to this. We have what we call the collective consciousness, which is the consciousness of mankind and what man believes in general. That kind of affects the world we see. But then we have our own specific reality based on what we think, what we believe, and how we feel. And I did a video talking about, limiting beliefs, and that's kind of what this is about as well. Because if we create our reality with what we believe, and what we believe is, so basically what we think is based on what we believe, and what we believe is basically what we've been exposed to and taught, and then accepted as the way things are, or accepted as our belief of our abilities or the way the world is, so on and so forth, whatever you have beliefs about. The question is, are those beliefs yours? Did you give those to yourself? Or are those something that was, passed down to you, or you inherited those from your parents, society, culture, tradition, so on and so forth? Anyway, when you understand that you do have some say-so, some power in your reality based on what you believe, then it's important to pay attention to what you think, because your thoughts are always going to be a reflection of what you believe. And so when you find yourself having thoughts of like things are not possible, or you're not good enough, or things will never happen for you, or things never happen the way you want them to, those types of thoughts are limiting beliefs. And they're also thoughts that are stemming from something that you believe to be the truth. So you need to examine what those beliefs are that are producing those thoughts. But in the meantime, you can still focus on just changing those thoughts that you have. If the thought is not a productive, positive thought that can move you forward and help you to reach your goals and be the person you want to be and have the things you want to have in life, then those are the types of thoughts that you want to eliminate from your mind. And how do you do that? Well, first of all, you just have to pay attention to what you're thinking. Now, I said that, the average adult has, 40, 50, 60, 70,000, 80,000 thoughts per day. I've seen some numbers that say maybe 12,000, but it just depends on, how much thinking we're doing and how much that thinking is subconscious, meaning it's just habitual thinking, which they say most of our thinking is habitual, or are you really having conscious thoughts? So if we create our reality with our thoughts, and most of our thoughts are habitual, then we're not even really paying attention to how we're creating our reality, because our thoughts are just habitual thoughts. They're not even anything that we're doing consciously. Habitually meaning subconscious. So when you want to create your reality, then you have to have conscious thoughts. And you have to have the type of thoughts that lead you to where you want to be. Say, for example, you're ill. And of course, I said this earlier, but it's going to start with the beliefs too. Because if you believe that you can heal yourself by your thoughts, then maybe you can. I'm not here to tell anybody what they can and can't do. I've done extensive research on this, and I continue to even to this day, but I suggest that you do your research as well. But again, it's based on what you think, and what you think is based on what you believe. So if you believe that you can heal yourself with your thoughts, then you probably wouldn't be having thoughts like, I'm never going to get rid of this condition, I always have some type of health issue. It's not one thing, it's another. Those types of thoughts are energy. So let me just talk a little bit about energy, because I said this is going to be a short video, so I'm going to keep this kind of short today. But if everything is in the universe is energy, and like energy attracts like energy, and so if your thoughts are of a negative nature, then that's what you expect to bring into your life, negative situations. And if your thoughts are positive and uplifting, then that's what you can expect to bring into your life. And I suspect the only way to prove this is to practice it. I mean, as I always tell people, with the example of exercise, if you haven't exercised, ever, or very little, then you don't know what the benefits that can be unless you do it on a regular basis. Then you'll start to see that there can be benefits from that. Let's use food as an example. If you've been eating an unhealthy diet for most of your life, and then you're dealing with health types issues. How would you know if it's the diet unless you decide? Let's say if you've been eating unhealthy your whole life, let's just say you're 25, 30 years old. That's 25 or 30 years of eating a certain way. What's wrong with taking a week or two, a month or two to change your diet and see if there will be any results or benefits from changing it? So even with the thinking, it's the same thing. If you've been habitually thinking and your thoughts are just things that pop into your mind all the time, then you have to be more conscious of what types of thoughts are popping into your mind, and then be more conscious of the thoughts that you have. Because if everything is energy, and a thought goes out, and a thought is a very fine form of energy, then it's going to attract that like energy. So if those thoughts are positive and, as I said, uplifting and creative and growthful thoughts, then that's what you can expect to get back. But if your thoughts are negative and, you know, weak and don't believe that anything is possible and just kind of falling in line with what you're told every day on the news and watching TV and movies that are so negative, and then kind of letting that kind of guide what you think or what you believe, that's probably what you're going to see. So having said that, you might want to kind of pay attention to what you expose your mind to as well, and understand that the mind is the tool of creation, and the way that tool creates is through thoughts, and thoughts are produced through beliefs, and beliefs are something that we either were exposed to as we grew up through, as I said, parents, culture, tradition, society, school, so on and so forth, science, history, or as we examined those beliefs and decided that they weren't serving us, they were limiting types of beliefs as opposed to uplifting beliefs or creative beliefs or powerful beliefs, then we can decide to change those beliefs and start to practice beliefs that make us feel good. Because who feels good about believing that they're a failure or things just don't work for them or they're always sick or it's always something negative? Who feels good thinking like that or believing that? So it's up to you to take control of your own mind and your own beliefs, and then that'll be controlling the destiny of your reality as it unfolds. So this is one of the topics that I enjoy talking about and enjoy doing research on, so I will do other videos on this, but I just wanted to touch on that today. Stay well and stay active. Spread the knowledge.